Hey, what's up guys? This is Bull Plays Chess. This is a video about the Ruy Lopez. So I really encourage you guys to go and do the opening lesson for the beginner's opening lesson for Ruy Lopez if you are just starting out at chess. When you start as the white pieces, you have the initiative. I think some people don't know how to keep the initiative going, and I think a lot of people accidentally end up giving it to black. I see it in my games as black. People just give up the initiative all the time. I think this is a great opening to take that initiative. So I got a game here. As you can see, it's a pretty short game, but I think it highlights just the power of this opening and really just how easy it is as a beginner. I was 693 when I played this game. I think I'm around 690 now. All right, let's do it. So, Ruy Lopez has to be king pawn. It's e4 e5 always. Cannot play this in the Scandinavian. Just want to say that, but watch the video. I'm not gonna go too in depth. But it's fairly simple. Knight out, bishop out. He pushes, you fall back. He pushes, you fall back. Check this out. Doesn't it look like a fried liver? Just wait. Goes here. Okay, I castle. This is good. Preparing to get this out because when this knight comes out, he's going to be threatening this. I want my bishop on there. I want somebody to defend this. This is a book move, actually. I think this is a very bad move, though, because you have this. This is your standard fried liver. The knight blocks off the queen's attack on the knight. I've got the bishop supporting this fork. This is bad. This is very, very bad. He needs to, I think his only good move here is probably like this. G8. Oh, I'm just completely winning there, actually. Interesting. Oh, well, because I still have that, so either way, you're winning this rook. I actually don't know what his best move is here. Oh, yeah, you have to transpose. You have to block. And I think there's a line here. Yeah, takes something. Yeah, it gets complicated. I don't like that. I'm so glad that he did not push that. This is the best move though. You block the bishop. The knight still can come here, and I don't think. Yeah, no. None of the best lines involve this knight sacrifice because there's nothing here. If you do this, there's nothing here. I mean, I think you have. You don't even have a single check because the knight guards it. Yeah, literally not one check, and you just have no developed pieces, and king's going here, something, and you just wasted a knight. But I'm not gonna get into this. Study that on your own. There's responses to it. Apparently, the best move is just take. They're probably gonna take. Oh wait, actually, they cannot take. They cannot take that. Yeah, I mean, if they do, this is problems. Oh, apparently it's not problems. Okay, well, good to know. Alright, sorry, my bad. Get distracted. Alright. Well, anyways, that doesn't happen. A lot of people will do this. Especially after pushing these. Because a lot of people know the fried liver. They know the bishop here. That's the opening. That's the fried liver opening. Or even that. Like that's the fried liver opening. Everybody knows that. They know not to do this against the fried liver. They don't know to do it against the Ruy Lopez. They're not thinking about this bishop. They think they've inactivated this bishop. They're like, ah ha ha. My pawns. This is the only time I've actually gotten to this specific position, though. This is kind of rare, at least at my level. And this is just an instant fork. I mean, it's instant, and it is the move that I played. And he moves the bishop. He moves the bishop. So I took the queen. And instead of protecting another 5 points, he secures 3. And then he resigned. That's the game. That's the last move. Because I think he immediately saw that. like immediately. Which is also why these that's such a bad rook move. Okay, well, you know, sometimes they don't just gift you the win. You know, that does not happen every time. However, like I said, this is a game that I just won with the Ruy Lopez. I love starting as white now. 24 best moves. This opening is so easy. Like, I am not making like, it's not walking me through complicated lines. There's not a bunch of very complicated, you know, random, you know, A3, H3, fucking just weirdness. Like, it's straightforward. You know, it's easy to play. The lines are easy to follow. It's intuitive, and this is a line that has been studied for hundreds and hundreds of years. This line is so old. There's so many games that you can go back and review for it and just learn how to play. So this is a French guy. I just played him, and he does walk into my Ruy Lopez. He goes queen out, protects that. I don't know. I don't play this too often. I do not play the Gundam, but I just went ahead and castled. It felt natural. Typically, when the knight comes here, I'm castling anyways. It feels the same as the knight coming out. So I feel alright castling here. I don't know what the best move is here. Anticipating this. That makes a lot of sense. In the Ruy Lopez, you will do this a lot because people will try to, you know, they're like, oh, sweet, my queen's here, bishop's coming here. So C3, D4 is really, really powerful. You will typically just kind of fork pieces. Like most games that people kind of let you just walk into that C3, D4. He goes here. I think this is just idiotic. Just because I've got pawns, dude. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, oh, I also have the knight. I forgot. Yeah, taking with the knight is best here, because I'm really not scared of. I'm really not scared of this. I mean, I guess I kind like. He just thinks this is annoying, but it's really not that annoying. Just like all those pieces are just still on the back rank. I'm castled. My queen side, all I have to do is develop my queen side, and all he's done is move these 3 pieces. You know, that's terrible. It looks good just because like this X-rays that, and this it looks annoying, but it's really not hard to deal with. And so I wouldn't recommend like doing this just to save your knight. Yeah, see, it's not good. Creates vulnerabilities in your pawns. You're gonna double your pawns here. Your structure is just going to be so sad without this C pawn. So just don't let it get messy. You know, don't let him do some stupid shit to you. Just take it. So he takes, obviously. This is not the best. I thought this was the best. It just wants me to wear this as a hat and then just kind of nullify this. Because I'm not putting anything here. I'm probably not going to put anything here. The knight is very natural in the Ruy Lopez to come out here to D2. It's very, very natural. Protect this pawn. Do a few other things. Like I have better jumps from here anyways. Especially since he's probably going to castle this side. I want to bring this knight around here anyways. But I don't do that. I go ahead and challenge. And he challenges my bishop. I kind of just do the standard. I'm expecting this. I'm just expecting to just do the standard Ruy Lopez dash here. Get pointed at this pawn. You know, that'd be nice once he castles. Or if he doesn't. If you long, I mean, it's unlikely, but if he long castles, then I'm pointing at that weak pawn. You know, just ideas. You know, but it does like this better. You know, I've made this little hideout for it. I can stop this pawn from advancing and just stop the bullshittery with this pawn. He takes. I think this is terrible. I did say that D2 is a very good knight jump, but here since it takes with tempo, it only makes sense to let the knight out like that. Like I said, people do this. Unfortunately, I don't have the C pawn, but I'm pretty sure I can work up to a fork here, or not a fork, but at least just push this push this bishop off. He actually moves the bishop twice. I just realized that. I didn't notice this when I was playing against him. I think maybe this was a mistake. I think maybe he meant to go here earlier. I don't know. But he goes here. Makes absolutely no sense. I would gain the bishop pair. I would gain the bishop pair, you know. And I think I really like that, you know. If he takes this, I take here. I really like that, you know. I regain a c-pawn for that later. I like this, and this is kind of why I like the Ruy Lopez. You know, none of these starting moves were particularly difficult for me. You know, they were all very natural moves. I'm not blundering anything. These aren't the best, but I'm not blundering. The line's easy to follow. He's not left with a ton of great options since he put his queen here. He can bring his knight here. He probably should bring his knight out here. I guess he's worried about pins or whatever, but this is just a very, very easy opening for me, and you know, I go from a slight disadvantage. You know, he immediately makes a mistake just because he's just only moved these pieces. Like, he's only moved these pieces and the 2 pieces that he's lost. Like, I don't know if he's just never played this opening before, but it's very easy to play. Like, this, I mean, it just makes so much sense. Everything that you do is very, very easy. It actually wants me to take here. It prefers this pawn structure. It much prefers that. The reason I went with that was for this. I liked this pawn formation. I think the engine doesn't like it as much as this pawn formation because it blocks out my dark squared bishop. But what are you gonna do? I'm not in losing position here. I'm not up material, but we do have the advantage. My pieces are out and about. I'm about to start an attack. His only piece that is out is his queen, and it's going to be the target soon. So he does this. I guess just to stop my pawn chain. It's just not very good. I go here, threaten the queen. He drops back here, offers a trade. I didn't know how to feel about this. On the one hand, I did like taking one of his few active pieces. Unfortunately, it would immediately activate another piece. And then maybe he's going to set up an attack with the bishop and the knight and maybe get a rook involved. I don't know. I was kind of nervous about this. I did think about transposing here, blocking the attack, the pawn, making him move the queen again, gaining some initiative. Maybe I should have done this. I did not do that though. I did decide to go with that just because I liked threatening with the pawn against the bishop more, because that's what I ended up doing. I liked this more than threatening the queen. I felt like I was giving him too many options. I felt like I was weakening my queen while he was staging some sort of attack, but there really was no attack. There's no attack here. I mean, the knight has absolutely no way to assist. I mean, in any useful fashion. This blocks that. He maybe has a sacrifice here. I mean, it's not a sacrifice actually. I mean, that's maybe his best hope. But he can't go here. Or I mean, he can't go here to let this in. He can't go here to let this in. There's just not an attack here. So it was actually best to just transpose. I didn't do that though. It's an accuracy. I was a point in my advantage, but I do end up being quite alright because he plays this god-awful move. I guess he was banking on the fact that I wouldn't push another pawn in front of my king, but I'm gonna push a pawn in front of my king if it wins an easy point. And so I immediately go up. The only thing I'm down is a pawn, really, and then I'll be up a clean piece. And I don't know. I mean, I think this is the pawn that I was staring at. Different things ended up happening in this game. I don't want to go into the end game. It was a very, very long and complicated end game that I almost blundered because where is it? Probably right here. Yeah, check this out. I got myself into a jam. There's no more good checks here. I would lose that. And I can bring this into help. What is that doing? Actually, no, that would also blunder that. Basically, I'm in danger of blundering this bishop right now. I have to keep this here. Got no more checks on this king. He's got 2 passed pawns on the A file. And everybody is so far away. I had no clue how I was going to save this, and so I sat and thought for a moment. You have to be very careful in these endgames, but luckily I was just able to clinch it, literally just, and I did end up winning this game after promoting. So, yeah, there you go. Check out the Ruy Lopez. I think it's just an extremely powerful opening. I think it's easy to follow. You know, it's I'm not making unintuitive moves. I'm making moves that make sense. I've watched like a few videos, and I've done the practices like a few times in chess.com, but like I really haven't done too much like in-depth analysis. I think I will do a little bit more reading up about like the Ruy Lopez and all that. But like if you're a beginner and you're having problems, you know, taking advantage as white, using that initiative, I would recommend this. I would recommend this, and then read into Petrov's defense, because sometimes they are just going to they're going to do something else. Where is it? Analysis. So sometimes black is going to, instead of defending this pawn, they're going to also attack your pawn. This is Petrov's defense. I've been looking into this lately. It's actually a very, very interesting line. In the lines that I've played online, people like defending this with the C pawn, which, as you can see, is not good. Even though we're even in material, we've both taken a pawn, I'm winning. And why am I winning? He has a weak king right now. Some people will also use the C pawn to defend this, because people think this is good. We saw this. We saw this in my Ruy Lopez game. People think this is good. They think just a stray pawn and a knight that's like literally one move away from being threatened by so many pieces. I think it's not. A real outpost is not going to be here. This is not a real outpost. This is a fake outpost. And it plays really into me. I mean, look at this. I think I've played this game before. Here, let's go. Openings. Explore openings. I've been here before as white in my games. Oh, apparently I've lost every time. Okay, well. Oh, that's embarrassing. Because apparently this is just complete. Because I think this is the game against Caro. Oh, no. Caro did this. No. Alright, apparently no one's ever done that to me, and I'm making shit up. But Petrov's defense is very interesting. So it is just that response, you know, because a lot of times they'll do this. I mean, it's about usually like 30 to 40% of the time the knight comes here, 30 to 40% of the time the knight comes here, and the rest is kind of, you know, other things, you know, they'll go like here or do some bullshit, second pawn, whatever. But yeah, look at the Ruy Lopez. Great opening for beginners. Thanks for watching.